Morning, Amy. So today I guess you're talking about things that are over the top. Well, to me, something that's really over the top are ghost peppers. We're talking one of the hottest peppers on the planet here. It used to be #1. Last I've heard, they've come out with a few more, so it knocked it down the ranks a little bit. But I'm thinking it's around like 1.2 million Scoville units, which is insanely hot. So we're going to make a great barbecue sauce with that so you can really punish your barbecue guests in the backyard this summer with some spicy barbecue. So we're going to start out with it with some grilled onion and pineapple. So what we did ahead of time, and you could do this the day before if you got the grill fired up, is we took some onions and cut them into rings and threw them on the grill just to char them up and get some flavor, as well as the pineapple. So we just cleaned and cored the pineapple, lightly oiled it, or you could just spray it with some food release and go ahead and grill it. We also did it with some garlic. We charred it up nicely. It's going to have a great flavor with it. But next thing we need to do to build our barbecue sauce is puree them. And this is going to become the base of our sauce. Going to give it some body, some great flavor. So we've got our onions, we've got our pineapple, and our garlic. We're going to go ahead and get it into our blender. And I would do this once it's chilled. When it's hot, you might burn yourself. So once we have it well pureed, you can see that's going to be the base of our sauce, but we've still got to cook it a little bit more. So we've got a pot on the fire that we've got some oil heated up in, and we're going to go ahead and add it to that. Now what we're going to do with this is just let it simmer for a bit, and really if there's anything that wasn't caramelized when we were grilling, it's really going to bring those flavors all around together. So as you're going with it, you know, it's going to take maybe 10-15 minutes that we're going to want to cook this a little bit longer. And then we're going to add the rest of the base of our sauce. So we've got some ketchup, some packed brown sugar, Worcestershire, some chipotle powder, some cumin, salt and pepper if needed, and then our vicious ghost pepper at the end. So we would go ahead and just add our ketchup, which is going to give it a sweet and tangy kind of feel and give it that kind of traditional background flavor of a barbecue sauce. Our brown sugar for the extra sweetness to take the heat off a little bit. The chipotle to add a little bit of smokiness in the background. As we know, chipotle are smoked jalapenos. We've got our Worcestershire, which is going to act as our salt driver. Our toasted cumin, ground toasted cumin. And then, at the end, our lonely ghost pepper. Now, if you really wanted to punish people, go ahead and add 2. And most of the time, you can find dried peppers on the end cap in the produce section of your local grocery store. Now, we would turn this down and let it simmer for another 15-20 minutes. And then once it's completely cool, or once that's done, take it off the heat, allow it to completely cool, and then you're going to puree it once more in the blender to get to that final kind of consistency that you like. So you could serve this on ribs, on chicken, on any kind of fish or anything like that. I did it on a pork chop. So I grilled a pork chop and then I put it in the oven to kind of caramelize all that sauce together. And then at the end, you know, if you wanted to, I would complement it with, you know, perhaps a pineapple or fruit salsa to maybe relax that really spicy ghost pepper a little bit. But to me, that's a pretty over-the-top barbecue sauce.